Hi friends, I'm popping in real quick, or maybe not so real quick, to share a little bit about a new art supply product that I have been using. It's not new in general, but it's new to me, and that's the Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleedproof White. I'm a little bit obsessed with it, and if you've been following my feed in Instagram or Facebook, you will have seen many projects that I have been incorporating this Bleedproof White into. So I wanted to share just a little bit about it today. I'm not the product knowledge expert for Dr. P.H. Martin's, but I am an artist and I do use a lot of art supply products and I get really nerdy about it. And if you followed me for a long time, you know that in my classes that I teach live, I'm always sharing everything that I can about a product. So I'm super excited to share this with you. I'm going to open it up and just kind of talk a little bit about how I've used it in these recent Copic pieces that I have done. You can see some of the detail with the white that is in the wreaths. So basically it kind of acts a little bit like a paint, but it is water soluble and considered like a watercolor white. So the reason why I really love this is because I can't really get these kind of effects with a white gel pen. Even the Uniball Signo, which I consider to be like the unicorn of white pens, I can't seem to get these same effects, but I'm really digging the effects that I get from the white Bleedproof White. So I wanted to kind of show you some of the pieces I've recently used it in. The pieces I'm showing here are all with Copic marker, but this Bleedproof White works really well in my watercolor pieces too. This was one of the first pieces that I used it in because I wanted to create some more detail in the flowers, and then I just kind of kept going around and playing with it a little bit. Now you can apply, especially in the letter forms. See how you can get some detail in the letter forms, which is kind of fun. But I can't even get over how amazing it really makes the Copic work pop. So I wanted to just share a little bit more about it. So you can use a paintbrush with it, or any kind of paintbrushes work well, or aqua brushes or anything like that. But I have been using this clay shaper from Royal Sovereign. I got this on Dick Blick. But you can find these in many art supply stores. And there's lots of different versions of these, and you can actually use a Q-tip or a toothpick or something else that you have around the house. I just happen to have these, so I really liked the ability to be able to dip them in and get a little bit of paint on here. So if you're using a brush, you're going to be able to get like brush strokes, but I really like the organic nature of strokes that I can get with this clay shaper. So I'm just really digging this, and I wanted to kind of share. I'm going to get a little bit of this on here so that you can really see on the black paper that it's a very intense opaque white, but it can be, you know, spread out. So if I did a little bit with my fingers, and we all know that our fingers are our best artist tools, right? So if I spread it out a little bit on the black paper, even with my finger, it still kind of retains its opaque nature, which I really like about it. Also, let's take a look and see what it looks like on the craft paper. Really digging it on craft as well. So in black and in craft, it's really now on craft paper you get a lot more, it's really a lot more opaque than it can be on the black, but you could get it pretty opaque. I just think that this this find, it's like I said, new to me, but not generally new, is been very interesting to use it in my artwork lately. You can, for a watercolor like gouache like paint, it really can be built up. You can build it up and create a lot of texture. So in these pieces right here, you can see how I kind of built it up, and it's got a lot of texture to it. And I think that adds a lot of really interesting dimension to your projects, and I'm digging it. So this is just a quick roundup of how I'm feeling about the Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleedproof White. It is a really good product, and I hope, and it's a big jar, so you're gonna have it for a really long time. And I believe like the investment in it wasn't terribly expensive. So I hope that this has been helpful. I hope you'll give it a try, and I'm serious, it's like the new unicorn white for me. And again, works really well as a paint layered over top of your Copic marker work or any of your watercolor work that you might be doing. If you're using it on a canvas, and I have used it on a canvas piece, you can make sure when you're sealing the canvas, it'll seal up nicely and it won't flick off, or you can't pick it off. So I'm pretty excited about that too. So I hope you enjoyed this little tip with the Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleedproof White, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much for watching.